Yeah, I look like Beetlejuice today, and all the time now that my hair's green. I can't change that! On today's episode of Cosplay Journey, as I've started calling this, who knows if that'll change, I am covering the topic of colored contacts, and are they needed for cosplay? The answer is no, you don't need them. But a lot of people have asked me about my colored contacts, and today has a special sponsor to help you guys out. Are colored contacts mandatory? No. But this is a video for if you want to start experimenting with them, because I was stupid and didn't do research, and now I know that what I did was a bad idea when I first started buying contacts. So, step 1. Always get your prescription taken before you buy anything. You need to see your eye doctor so that way they can give you a prescription and you can get contact lenses with a power if they're available. You should try and always get contacts in your power because it'll damage your eyes less wearing them. Some colored contacts only come in plain ones. This usually only adheres to SFX ones and stuff. But those ones, if you're not wearing them daily, it's not as big a deal, but if you're going to continue wearing contacts a lot, it's good to just have your prescription and be able to get the power that you need. Plus, it helps you not be blind, kind of. So, like, that's always nice at conventions when you're not, like, totally blind. Also, no, I'm not wearing my glasses or contacts right now, so yeah, I am blind. I didn't feel like wearing them. So, tip number 2 is to always buy your contacts from a reliable website. I know $8 Wish contacts look very good if you are a cosplayer on a budget like me. Don't do it! You are gonna get an eye disease! Personally, I already can't see worth anything, so I don't really like to gamble with my eyes, especially since I do a lot of visual media, like, my eyes can only get worse from here, but if you want to do it, I guess I'm not stopping you, but if you're just starting and you don't have to, don't, because colored contacts aren't worth the eye infection. Some reputable contact sites that I've used are Pinkie Honeycolor, Uniqso, TTDEYE, and Vandora. On these sites, usually they also make it very simple for you to look at other people's reviews and experiences with the contacts, which also usually means that you can make sure they haven't given someone else an eye infection, so you should always read reviews. That's a bonus tip. Topic number 3 is you must always buy these things with your contacts. I mean, they're not all mandatory, but like, you should probably have a couple of these. You need contact solution. Buy contact solution with your contacts. I'm going to show the kind that I use later when I show you how to put in contacts, because that's the end of this video. But oh my god, buy contact solution. Dry contacts hurt so bad. You'll also need this contact solution to store your contacts in between wearing, but it hurt real bad. Most contact and contact solution bottles come with cases to put your lenses into, but if for some reason they don't, or you're really supposed to change them every 3 months, though I don't know anyone who actually does, you should probably stock up on some. I know on some websites they're about 40 cents each. It's a worthwhile investment to maybe buy like 10. Also, the last thing is optional since I don't even have one, but I am investing in one soon once I get paid. Buy a contact cleaner. I know Uniqso have some for like $10-ish, which is pretty cheap, and really all you have to do is clean your contacts in them after frequent use. I guess it helps get off some of the gunk and your eye germs, but like, I'm not a scientist. Step number 4, when you get your contact, always read the directions. It will show you which way the contact is, so it's not inside out. It will show you how to put them in and how to care for them, because that is always different. Some directions also state, depending on the type of lens, that you have to soak and clean them before use, which, again, not gambling with eyes usually. You should follow that instruction. Step number 5 is always care for your contacts, because they are a pretty pricey investment if you're not buying from Wish and damaging your eyes. Good contacts can range from $20 to $80 depending on the kind of lens. Obviously, sclera lenses, which take up your whole eye, are going to be ginormous, whereas circle lenses are usually $20. But I'll get into that later. Most lenses at the bare minimum have to be stored in their lens case with a solution between uses. And you have to replace that solution every time you wear them. Never redip or top off your contact lens solution, as said in most instruction manuals for contacts. Most people also suggest if you haven't worn the contacts in about a month to change the solution and clean them out anyway, but I've also seen that number go to like up to 3 months that they can stay in the same solution. So if there's instructions on it, follow that. If not, just try to remember to clean your contact lenses every once in a while, you nasties. When they die and start to hurt your eyes, I know it's gonna suck, but you need to throw those out. Because like, if they start to burn, itch, or hurt your eyes, that usually means they've come to the end of their expiration date. It does say for most contacts, oh, you know, they expire after a year, but if they're not hurting your eyes, it's usually not that big a deal. Like, that's what I'll gamble with my eyes about, more so than the other stuff. Because if they're not hurting, probably not getting infected. Maybe. Or just don't be like me and just throw them away at the expiration date. Who knows? If you're not wearing them every day is my justification, but also, like, probably it's kind of gross, so. On to my last tip of advice before actually putting in contacts. What kind of contacts should I buy? Because this is the actual question that prompted this video. Likely the kind of colored contact lenses you are looking for when doing at least anime cosplays and stuff like that is circle lenses, which have a larger diameter than normal colored contacts that are supposed to look natural in your eyes, or for example giant sclera lenses that take up your whole eye. Circle lenses just make your iris appear bigger and are usually slightly more cartoony in how they are painted, though there are beauty circle lenses that aren't like super noticeably weird, but when you wear them without makeup, it's obvious that you have weirdly giant eyes. Since they also have a larger diameter, that usually means they're not safe to wear every single day, but a lot of sites will tell you that, and if they don't, just don't wear your contact lenses every single day. It's good to give your little eyes a break. On the cosplay end of things, try to actually buy contact lenses that you can use for multiple characters, unless they're like specialized contacts or whatever. It's the same with wigs, because you don't want to invest $20 to $80 into something that you can't think of at least 2 characters you can use it for, because it ends up being a waste in the long run if you buy these expensive contacts and then never use them. I suggest, if you don't have any contact colors in mind to start with, to buy the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, because they can then become the secondary and tertiary colors like green, orange, and purple. That way you can do a multitude of characters before actually branching out into other colors. I also personally really like whiteout contacts and SFX contacts in general that do funky things to your eyes, because then it's always fun to do makeup around them. But those obviously you can't use for a bunch of characters, so that might be a second round or a third round of contacts. Also, for beginners who have never worn contacts before in their life, maybe don't buy sclera lenses first, because those hurt real bad from what I've seen. Like, I don't even use them. They are scary. Like, So last topic. Actually putting in contact lenses with some help from today's sponsor, Vandora Contacts. I'm not showing the blade. Yay! They sent me a thing of contact lenses, though it sounds like there's more stuff in here, but they just told me they were sending me a pair of contacts, which are whiteout contacts, which are technically circle lenses, I believe, based on the diameter, but I'll check that later. I'm also going to be reviewing these contacts while showing you how to put them in, and also showing off the contacts themselves and some little clips that I'm going to take with my beauty light. So, let's open it up. So, the contacts themselves came in this little box. There's a pig in here! That's godly. So I probably should have done this before, but this is what the inside of the box looked like minus the pig. Okay, so I think this is a mirror because I got one from TTDEYE that looked like this and I have 2. Oh, it's off center. Who made this button? It's off center. But hey, look. You can see yourself. So they also sent me some blue glitter. It looks like gummy, which is kind of weird. Oh. 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 There's like a Vaseline in it to make it like sticky glitter. That's not what I was expecting. You can't really see it. So this stuff is like kind of a weird consistency. I assume it's eye makeup, but it looks really ginormous. So that's a little scary. There's also a card at the bottom of the box that I dropped. It has like a flower. My box. It says, especially for you to see a world and a grain of sand in heaven and a wild flower. And there's nothing in it. So this is just a card for someone else, and then one of the little flowers came up off of me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Things. First things first, the travel case exploded open, which is okay, but it means the plunger came out, though I don't usually use the plungers because those hurt. I don't like sticking sticks in my eye. But these are a way to get contacts in, and I think out of your eye, though I've never seen someone take them out. Came with this travel case, which is not color coordinated, but does have an L and an R. Though these don't have a power to them, so that's not as big an issue. If they have a power that's different in each eye, like my contacts usually do, you do have to keep them in the right place. And then these are contact tweezers that have a soft edge, so that way you can pinch out the contacts from their boxes. So these ones I do like. Nice. I do like because they come in an actual container that you can see the contact on the inside. And the solution is keeping it nice and wet and clean before it goes in your eye. These ones last for 12 months. And yeah, so these don't have a power to them because the power is usually on top right there. This one just says Vandora and their diopter. So the other one is exactly the same, as I would hope. Some contacts also come in packages like this. I know the ones from TTDEYE at least usually do. And those ones to open you will peel back because there's a sealant on them. But on these ones, as you'll see when I go to the bathroom, there is an arrow on the silver casing that you are going to then pull up with this. Some people use tools. I use my hands usually unless I mess it up. That will then crack the seal so you can pop it open and it'll be something like this. It's pretty easy to take on and off once the plunger is not sealed anymore. So let's go demonstrate that. These didn't come with any instructions, ironically enough. So try not to get distracted by the mirror. I need it to help me be able to show you how I put the contacts in because I have to use a mirror. First things first, we're going to find the little arrows and we're going to break the seal. Try to break it in one go so that way it's like this, and then you can just pop it open if you have something else, which I'm going to use the back end of this. There we go. So that'll come off, and then you'll get a bottle like before. That other one was just unlabeled, so let's do it to the other one too. That one I got off good. Hope that showed up. And what you're going to grab next is your tweezers with the soft edge. Don't use just any tweezers. I'm going to pop the cap off of one vial. So, now that you have your contact, you can go soak it, but since there was an instruction to, you know, I might just risk my eyes for this video. I usually do soak them though, I swear. Usually I do. But I'm gonna look at the rim of the contact to make sure that it's right. If it looks misshapen in any way, that usually means the contact is inside out. How I put in my contact is, so you can see in the mirror, I look straight at the mirror, turn my head, open my eye, place the contact in, and then look into it. Oh. And then you have to blink kind of a lot to get your eye used to it. And you might cry a little bit or your eyes might water, but that's normal. Like, and it will burn a little at first, like just a little bit of a sting, but that's just the contact going into your eye. So now I'll go put in the other one and that'll be it. Second one went in way easier than the first. Jesus Christ. But, so now that both contacts are in, I'm going to wear them for a little bit and then I'm going to show you how to take them out. So now that it's been a little while, I'm going to show you the aftercare for your contacts once you are done. So first things first, make sure that your contact case has the right side on the right side and the left side on the left side, which I just fucked up. And pull the caps off, keep them organized, especially if you have limited vision. If anyone was wondering, I can't actually see quite well out of these. Problem is everything is just a little bit blurry. But take your contact solution and fill both sides up as I am. I use this contact solution and I always have. Set that back onto the counter and then you take out your contacts. What you are going to do is open your eye and gently pinch with the tips of your fingers or your fingernails if you have to, like I do with my long nails, and place the lens back into its case. As you can see, now I just have one in. You get the hang of doing that after a while. Obviously, I've been using contacts for, I think, 2 years now. So pulling them out of my eyes has been a journey, let's just say. The first time I had colored contacts, it took me 3 hours to get them out. But it also took me like an hour to get them in. So, you know, it all takes practice. But then screw on your lids as tight as possible. Some make a clicking noise, but this one doesn't seem to. Make sure there is no leaking coming out, and then store in a cool, damp place or a cabinet where I keep all of mine. To the stack they go. Okay, now that I've gotten the contacts out, I can say that Vandora contacts are pretty good quality. I don't believe they gave me a code, and if they did, I will put it right here so that way maybe you can save some money. They were pretty comfortable and I could see fairly well because they are mesh contacts instead of fully white out contacts that just have meshing over your pupil. Those ones will make it so that way you can see less, whereas these ones let you see more. So yeah, that concludes today's video on colored contact wear and care on the cosplay journey. If you have any more questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below and I will do my best to answer them. I hope that you found this video enjoyable or helpful, and I hope your day gets better from here. Bye!